And we back. And we back. And we back. And we back. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SAUNAIE. I'm your host, XO, man. If this is your first time listening, welcome in. Welcome to the show. Thank you for tuning in on this fine Monday. Man, I feel like these episodes have been great, especially with the financial literacy series. I'm learning a lot, and I know a lot of people have been learning a lot as well. I've been getting a lot of feedback on them, and I appreciate y'all taking the time out of y'all day to really just tune in, as well as taking notes. This episode right here is going to be a notes-filled episode as well, because we're talking about the generational wealth. What generational wealth means, how it started, and how can we take advantage of it, especially moving forward. I know we hear it a lot, like, oh, generational wealth this, generational wealth that, but it's really just sitting down and defining what is generational wealth and how can we build it ourselves. This is the second to last of the financial literacy series. We got one more coming up, and that'll map out the entire month of September, just talking about different financial literacy series, how we can get better as a community. You probably heard the phrase generational wealth before, right? Sounds powerful, but what does it actually mean? And more importantly, how do we start building it? How do you start building it for yourself, your family, and the next generation? Even if you feel like you're starting from scratch. That's what we're breaking down in this episode today. What generational wealth really means. Generational wealth isn't about being flashy. It's not about luxury, cars, designer clothes, or even owning a huge house. At its core, generational wealth simply means passing down resources that create opportunities for the next generation. That could be money or investments, but also knowledge as well. A strong network, skills, and habits around money. In other words, it's not just what you leave behind, it's how you equip your family to build on it. Think of it as planting a tree. You may not sit under the full shade of it, but your kids and grandkids will. So generational wealth. And I feel like this conversation has to be excellent. It is a powerful word. We hear it a lot. And I just wanted to dive into it myself, especially since we're going through with this financial literacy series. We can't discuss everything else and not really discuss the generational wealth aspect of money and really getting into investments and really starting. And I know how it is when you feel like you're starting from scratch, like, oh, I may be too late. Actually, this is the perfect time for you to start building that generational wealth for your family and thinking about the next generation going down the line. You see a lot of stuff is booming, especially in this era of time when it comes to stocks, bonds, real estate, crypto, ETFs, different investment strategies that you can go about. But it's just all about starting and picking one that interests you, or you may have to dabble in each one and see which one develops that passion or love you may have for it. And overall, why it matters, especially for us. Here's the reality. According to a Federal Reserve survey, the median white family has nearly 10 times more wealth than the median Black family. That's not by accident. That's literally by design. Generational wealth gaps go back to systematic barriers like redlining, employment discrimination, and lack of access to capital. So when we talk about building generational wealth today, it's about more than just money. It's about breaking cycles, rewriting stories, and making sure our kids don't start at zero every generation. Because financial stress doesn't just affect your bank account, it affects your mental health, your relationships, your decisions, and your peace of mind. How to start building generational wealth. I've been this question has been on my mind since a youngin. How do you actually build it? And now that we're here, I found ways over time on how to build generational wealth. But if you're thinking, okay, how do I build generational wealth? I'm hearing a lot about it. I know what it means, how it affects my family in the long term, but what are the steps? I got 5 steps for you. You can start building generational wealth today by really getting your foundation right. Budgeting and debt management. You can't build wealth on quicksand. Have a budget, manage your debt, and know where your money's going every month. And that's where it really starts because it's like you're building a pyramid. That foundation, where's your money going? Do you have track of that? And that's a big thing. Some of us don't like to keep track of our money simply because we're impulse spenders and we just spend and we don't want to know where it's going because in that moment it gives us that dopamine kick. But overall, it's like you want to know where your money is going so you know how to budget your wants and your needs when it comes to your spending, as well as managing your debt. I believe majority of America has credit card debt or some form of debt, whether that's student loans, mortgage, car payments, whatever it may be. It's having that debt and learning how to manage it. I think a lot of us take on debt and don't know the game plan to get out of it because we're like, yo, it is what it is. We don't care about it. But it's understanding you have to manage your debt in the right way because eventually the debt starts building up and somebody has to pay for it. So it's understanding where your money is going every month. Your money is like little soldiers, your little workers. You always got to keep track of what your workers are doing on a monthly basis so you know, are you gaining more than you're spending? It's like it doesn't make sense to be working for nothing, living check to check when you can really take account of where your money is going and how to budget it better. And that leads me up to number 2. Protect what you have. Do you have life insurance? And what about estate planning? This is one people often overlook. Life insurance isn't just about covering funeral costs. It's a tool to create tax-free wealth instantly for your family. Combine that with a will or a trust, and you can control how your assets get passed down. We hear about life insurance, and it's some of us young like, I don't need that right now, simply because it's so centered around thinking it's for funeral costs. But it's a tool to create that tax-free wealth for your family, as well as understanding, hey, I can use this while you're alive too, if you set it up the right way and go about it with the right person. But it's like get the life insurance simply because you got insurance in your car, right? Probably got house insurance, probably got insurance. Some people have insurance on their pets or their hair, whatever it may be. But why not have insurance on your life? You only get one. So it's like put that life insurance on your life and protect the next generation, help the next generation out. So they don't have to go through the hurdles of doing a GoFundMe, having a car wash, doing a potluck, things like that. It's like pushing the next generation forward. And most life insurance policies are cheap, especially around our age group. Number 3, invest early and consistently. The stock market, retirement accounts, index funds. This is how wealth multiplies. Even small amounts grow massively over time because it's like the compound effect. If you keep contributing monthly, weekly, yearly to those accounts, they're going to grow over time. But it's like investing early, starting now, even if it's just $5 a month, $2 a month, $5 a week, whatever it may be, just starting and building your way up will help you in the long run because that's money you're putting away into your nest egg. Check it 20, 30 years down the line, you're like, damn, that's how much I'm investing. So it's like, do the little things. Investing early helps you out because you have a long time to invest. You have a long time in the market. You got to see it as the long game instead of the short game. Think about that delayed gratification when you're investing. And a good book to read to me when it comes to understanding that the compounds over time is the compound effect. That gives a vivid explanation of how the compound effect works. Number 4, Ownership matters. Owning assets, whether it's real estate, a business, or intellectual property, creates that long-term streams of income, whether that's rent checks, royalties, dividends. These things outlive you. So ownership matters. Start owning something, a business, you're creative, wherever you at. Some of us already started businesses and some of us have been thinking about getting into a business. Do that. Jump into it because that's how you learn faster. You got to learn by trial and error. Start that business, whatever you feel like you love doing, whether that's sales, marketing, making clothes, doing hair, lashes, whatever it may be. Do it now. Just jump into it, dive into it, and see if you really truly want to do it. Because if you keep waiting on the sidelines, you'll never enter the game. Even with real estate too, I think we all should own real estate because we all live in real estate wherever we at. So it's like, why not own some type of property where you're getting paid off that, as well as intellectual property. When it comes to dividends on certain things, small ownership. Number 5, teach the next generation. What good is wealth if your kids don't know how to manage it? Sit down with them, teach them about saving, investing, and the value of money. Pass down the knowledge along with the assets. And that's the main thing too. I'm heavy on teaching the next generation how you want them to live their lives. Because if you don't teach them, how will they know? You can't let, nowadays, everybody instantly, the younger kids, everybody got a cell phone or iPad, whatever it may be. They're learning from the wrong people when you should be the one teaching them, because it's all about what you want them to know and have for that next generation to build and continue your legacy. So sometimes it's like, all right, let's sit down every Friday. It's been a week of school. What do I need to teach them this week? So number 5, teach the next generation. And that leads me up to mental health and generational wealth. Now, let's not ignore the mental health side of this. When you know your family is protected, when you know you're not leaving them behind with just debt and stress, it changes you way more. It changes the way you move. Financial peace of mind reduces anxiety, stress, and allows you to dream bigger. That mental clarity, that's part of the wealth too. So here's your financial literacy series action plan for generational wealth. Number 1, review your debt and your budget. Secure life insurance, secure life insurance and write a will. Open or increase contributions to any investment account that you have. Think ownership and not just consumption. You want to own stuff. Have one money conversation with your kids, spouse, or family this week. Small steps today create massive change tomorrow. And remember, generational wealth isn't about you. It's about the people who come after you. The best gift you can leave behind is opportunity. That's how we stop cycles. That's how we build legacies. And that's how we create freedom. Thank y'all for rocking with me with another episode of the Financial Literacy Series. If this episode has blessed you, share it with a friend, leave a review, and let's get the conversation going. This is XO, signing off. Until next week, stay focused, stay disciplined, and keep building the future. We out.